Hello, my name is Omar Abisad. It is June 16, 2018 at 11:46 a.m. in Toronto. So I'm going to talk about the fact that that I'm a target and the continuing targeting that I experience. So I tweeted a lot of tweets on ROSHI and I-911 today. Those were my tweets. Um, I also posted some videos about the harassment campaign outside my window. So, as I explained in some of my tweets, I am a target. I'm flagged in the system. I didn't know this initially when I noticed people were tracking me and stalking me. When this happened, I talked to the cops, and the cops said I was mentally ill. It's all in my head to cover up the fact that I was flagged and I was being monitored by the community. Once you're flagged, it is my understanding now, based on all the harassment I experienced, once you're flagged, the community takes over. The community views you as somebody who's compromised and somebody who could possibly be involved in criminal activity. So they feel justified to put you in this program of constant monitoring. In my case, someone decided to run experiments on me because since this monitoring is going on and this system of control by the community as a result of being constantly monitored is in place, all kinds of experiments can be run on you. And because you're being intimidated and controlled by the community, you're not able to talk. And if you do talk, you're compromised. Your credibility is compromised. So the targeting and the flagging is a cover for all these experiments. It serves as a cover because you're compromised, your credibility is compromised, and you're criminalized artificially. So you're seen as somebody who's compromised. In my case, the attempts have been made to have me mentally committed. And because there is no mental illness and no tickets were served directly to me to appear in a court, because if this was done, I'd be able to defend myself. And this whole program relies on a one-sided system where evidence is given against you and the target's voice is suppressed. So your voice is suppressed because the community wants to accumulate so much information about you, layer it, as they call it, piggybacking, that at some point a judge is going to say, this has to be true. There is so much evidence. However, what I'm doing right now is countering that. So I'm getting harassed, very much so, because I'm talking. I'm not supposed to talk. I'm not supposed to have a voice. This is part of the program. So this suppression of my voice has taken on a lot of different forms. It went on in a court case when I was charged and the case was dismissed. It went on with when I was pulled out of my home for a mental evaluation and no mental illness was found. In either case, no questions were asked. I was never asked a question before any of this happened. None of these incidents with the Toronto police that involved the Toronto police. Um, and in the case of the charge, there was contradictory evidence. Number one, and contradictory statements. So it warranted questioning, but no questions were asked. Also, when I tell the police that I am being stalked and I'm being monitored by the community because I'm flagged, and of course the cops are doing the flagging, so they know I'm flagged, and they know because of the flagging there is community monitoring. When I tell the cops I'm stalked, they tell me I'm mentally ill. Again, a cover, and of course, evidence of my being targeted by the Toronto police. So this whole scenario is being played out over and over and over again in the workplace for the last at least 10 years that I can think of. This has been going on covertly, of course, because the traffickers who is using the community targeting program as a cover to traffic as well, and is suspecting the worker who I have in court right now for sexual harassment. He is pimping, I'm suspecting strongly so, is pimping me. Again, sexual, this is under another court case because he is going to end up in court with me again for stalking, illegal surveillance, because this is exactly what he's doing. And he's involving his entire family in it, and he's involving my neighbors as well. So this person is pimping, and in addition to that, he is infiltrating my workplaces. He's infiltrated my family because he's accumulated a file about me based on using people who look like me, double double. As I posted a video yesterday, he was talking to one of the contractors that work in this building, who has been working in this building for quite a number of years because I see his van parked outside all the time. I see him as well. He subcontracted with the worker. In other words, he would have put his name on the account. And he would have been monitoring me on behalf of the worker, or monitoring me on behalf of the Chinese traffickers that he's working with. So yeah, this worker was having a conversation with this contractor, and he said, "You got a ticket," which means that the worker had a cop who he's dealing with sign a warrant or a writ or something to have me pulled out of my home and have me mentally evaluated again. So he's harassing me about it because this is an ongoing topic. I know he's talking about the what's going on in the building and with regard to myself and the case, and he's retaliating because I have a case against him. And this is a constant topic that he talks about. He's obsessed with it, so he's constantly talking about it to everybody and anybody he meets in the loading dock. So what he was talking about is he had a cop named Slip had an order, a court order to have me removed based on his information that he's provided. He also said that there was a use. He said he put the comment in such a way that um, it reflected the use of people who look like victims like me in to make videos. So the Chinese guy he was talking to said, "Double double, you got a ticket? Double double." That's exactly what they needed. Something along those lines. If you listen to the video I posted yesterday. So I heard this also said by somebody in my family who's now deceased. Double double. He knew he was taking part in the targeting program. I believe that he was infiltrated, and he believed a file that was given to him by the people who was conducting the program in this building. They infiltrated my family with the file, and my brother, who's now dead, deceased, excuse me, um, he was taking part in the targeting. He was targeting me, and he also said was using the term double double. He doesn't drink coffee, so it wouldn't have been coffee that he was referring to. And his friend John that he talked to was also talking about using doubles for the videos that was presented to them. So he knew some of those videos weren't of me. I also suspect that I'm being seen shared through the wall, like infrared or millimeter wave cameras and so on. That presents me, my body, as in a naked form, very real, much more detailed than an infrared image. And this has been used to record everything I do inside my home, and is accumulated in that file about me. And every monitor who puts their name on the account and signs me out, because everybody have to take a turn and I have to be common. That's another experiment going on. This file goes with the monitor. The monitor gets this file and covertly harasses me, not only covertly, very openly as well. But there is harassment that's being done covertly, like the use of lasers and microwaves. So the whole program is a covert program. So of course, covert methods are going to be used and covert technology is going to be used. Lasers, ultrasound, sonic technologies, and so on to harass you. Makes sense. Goes with the program because it's all covert. So again, so let me reiterate the workplace. Because I'm a targeted. And because this file is in my workplace, somebody released the information is in my workplace. I'm being blacklisted. I'm being harassed in the workplace, lied upon. Um, I'm an accountant, a general accountant, a financial analyst, but my work is being degraded. People will say things like, I have to tell her to do everything. And things like this, like she doesn't remember what is being said to her. Bamboozle it, basically. So what happens is things are not explained properly or contradicting information is given and to bamboozle me. And then it's a setup then to say, well, she's not understanding what I'm saying. This goes with the program. I'm a target. This is what they're supposed to do. A target is supposed to be targeted. It's supposed to be degraded. It's supposed to be disposed of. It's supposed to be violated. And this is exactly what's going on here. Again, as I said before, this program is not only involving um, women, they involve kids because a training program using remote technology is very effective when it starts with children at a very early age. It has to start at a very early age in order to be more effective. So kids is a huge, children are a huge part of this targeting program, of the group that's being targeted by this community program, community run targeting program. So I'm not only speaking up for myself, I'm speaking up for victims who either know that they're being targeted and will not talk because they're afraid. Heart attacks are very common to kill off people who talk. You just have to hit your heart with a laser and you'll be dead within minutes, basically. Or you can use radiation that's not electromagnetic based, but radiation that is ionizing rather than non-ionizing, and you can get cancer within days if you want to really kill off somebody who is exposing this, because there's a whole lot of money involved, a whole lot of money involved in this, trillions and trillions of dollars. It's a global human trafficking operation. So for victims who are not talking, I'm talking. Maybe you can follow. Uh, Whether you are afraid or you're not afraid, you are going to be targeted. Whether you talk or you don't talk, you are going to be targeted. Because once you're in this program, the end result is to dispose of you at the end. So there is no difference whether you talk or you don't talk, because you're going to be affected by this technology and you're going to be harassed and you're going to be stalked. It really doesn't matter whether you talk or not. The end result of this is to dispose of the person. Now, I don't intend to be disposed of. If you notice, as much as I'm harassed and as much as I get upset about it and stressed out, um, I take time to look after myself. I take time to rejuvenate. I take time to reset, so the stress doesn't overcome you and you don't react in ways that's self-destructive. So I took Friday off because I was so stressed out um, at work. I am being harassed at work by coworkers who have this information. Um, I also think that there is an external group of people who are working with the people they infiltrate in the workplace to use lasers anywhere you are. It doesn't matter whether you're in the workplace or whether you're in your home or whether you're in a mall. It doesn't really matter where you are. This technology is from outside of the building because it's satellite based. So somebody could be sitting in a truck or in a car outside and could make a call, and you'll be hit with a microwave laser, a microwave based beam or a laser from anywhere outside the building. It doesn't necessarily have to be inside of your building. So this is, I heard somebody said it's an external human resources department once you're a target. A lot of people are going to be very surprised to learn that everybody, everybody is being disciplined this way. A microwave beam can hit anybody, anywhere, anytime. You don't need a chip. Just do not need a chip to do it. You can have all kinds of other biometrics used to track you. Keep that in mind. Talk to you another time.